So today we are discussing CAT 24 VA slot 1. Let's start with question number 1. And as you can see, the question is there is a sentence in that is missing in the paragraph below, and you have to uh, fill this particular statement or sentence in the given paragraph. Okay, now before trying these sort of question, you have to make sure that you are understanding what the para wants to say. So see, in case of paragraph, a volume of translated Italian madrigals. What is it? It is a composition of music in which there are a lot of voices, or you can say so many people are involved. Okay, and it was published in London during the year 1588. This sudden public interest facilitated a surge of English madrigal writing as well as spurred of other secular music writing publication. Now, what happens? This music boom lasted for 30 years. See, this was a interest which facilitated search, and this lasted for 30 years and was a much golden age of music as British literature was with Shakespeare and Queen Elizabeth. So we are dealing in a time wherein there is Shakespeare, or you can say Shakespearean era, and Queen Elizabeth I was there. So these were compositions in music. The rebirth in both literature and music originated in Italy and migrated to England. The English madrigal became more humorous and lighter there, okay, as compared to Italy. Now, Renaissance music was mostly polyphonic in texture. Extreme use of contrast and dynamics, rhythms, etc. do not occur because it was mostly polyphonic in texture, so there was no extreme use of rhythm and all. And in the last line, they are talking about rhythm in Renaissance music, which tend to have a smooth, soft flow instead of sharp, well-defined pulse of essence. So now if you see what is the basic main idea here, or you can say the main theme here. So we are talking about this English madrigals and their journey, especially from where they originated. Now sudden public interest facilitated, and it moved from Italy, originated in Italy, and it came to England, where it became more humorous and lighter. Okay, so when you talk about given sentence, it is comprehending a wide range of emotions. Renaissance music nevertheless quoted all emotions in a balanced and moderate fashion. Okay, so you are talking about Renaissance music, which makes it clear that Renaissance music is coming here. Okay, so which makes it clear that you cannot fill this blank. You can go for third or either fourth. Now see, Renaissance music was mostly polyphonic in texture, comprehending a wide range of emotion, portrayed all emotion in a balanced and moderate fashion. Okay, so it gives you a perfect fit when it comes to option number 3. Now you can talk about that it extreme use of and contrast in dynamics, rhythm, tone, color do not occur. Okay, the next statement after this will be the rhythms in Renaissance music. This. Now you are explaining the rhythm. Okay, the element which you have taken from this statement. So it gives you your answer. It is option number 3. So your answer will be this one. Now moving to the next question. See, this is your question, and in this particular question they have given you 4 alternative summaries, and you have to choose the option which best captures the essence of the passage. Now its first line says cartographer design and create maps to communicate information about phenomena located somewhere on our planet. In the past, cartographers did not worry too much about who was going to read their maps. Okay, although simple, they focused on what? Usability research was done, like whether circle or bar symbols, who is going to work best for these kind of maps. So this has changed now, you can see. What? Due to all kinds of societal and technological developments, map readers are more demanding, mostly because these tools, okay, the tools they use to read maps. So cartographers who are also influenced by these trends are now more interested in seeing if their products are efficient, effective, and appreciated. So means the time has changed, and if I go for the main idea of this particular passage, I see that there is a transition in cartographers' interest, and you can say worry about their work from past to the present time. Today they are more concerned about that. Okay, so when I have to go for the essence, it should take this particular main idea into that. Coming to option number one. New technological developments have prompted cartographers to experiment with their maps by applying these new innovations. Yes, they are worried about their work now, means not in the sense negative sense worried, but they are more interested in seeing if their products are efficient, effective, and appreciated. These are not innovations, they are using all kinds of societal and technological developments. So innovations is something new which is not mentioned here, so we cannot take option number one. Second one. Modern map makers evaluate a map's effectiveness, efficiency, and satisfaction of the user through a series of experiments. Now, the passage doesn't talk about experiments. Okay, yes, they are taking care how effective it is satisfying them or not, or the end user, right? But these experiments, this is not mentioned, so we cannot take third one. Let's start with third option. Uh, Today, cartographers also need to look into usability of maps because of the new technological developments. Okay, so yes, we can take this, we can keep it. Need to look into usability of maps. Okay, because of new technological developments, yes. So it is mentioned, and it can be the main tips also, because in the past this happened and now this is the present situation. So you can take it as an essence of the passage. See, the fourth one, maps are being used for a variety of reasons, therefore map readers have become more demanding. So this gives you something like demanding, what kind of demand they want. They are already using these developments, so you cannot call them demanding. So option 4 is eliminated, so our answer is option number 3. Coming to the next question. See, in this particular question, please read carefully 5 jumble sentences, 1, 2, 3, and 5 related to a topic are given below. 4 of them can be put together to form a coherent paragraph. And then identify the odd sentence and key in the number of that sentence as your answer. Now you have to, as I said in the beginning, read carefully. This is not a para jumble, it is identify the odd statement. So what should be our approach? Our approach should be that while reading this particular sentence one by one, you should be able to take out the main point or the main focus of that particular statement. Let's start with first one. Animals have interest in what? Fulfilling their basic needs and avoiding suffering, and thus we ought to extend moral consideration. Okay, now what happens when I talk about this? Extend moral consideration means if you have some moral consideration, you need to increase it. Okay, now let's start with the second one. Singer viewed himself as a utilitarian, means not so attractive, but yeah, so of some practical use, and presents a direct moral theory concerning animal rights in contrast to indirect positions such as welfarist view. Okay, so now you can judge from this particular statement the singer is a person, first of all, and his himself means he is a person. It confirms it is not a vocal singer, and he viewed himself as a utilitarian. Okay, means he is not very attractive thing, but yeah, practically he is making himself usable. He presents a direct moral theory, okay, concerning animal rights and in contrast to indirect positions such as welfarist views. Now, what happens? He argued for extending moral consideration. Here also, we are extending moral consideration. He argues for extending moral consideration to animals because similar to humans, okay, animals have significant interest. What kind of interest? These are similar to humans. Now, what happens when I move further in fourth one, the event that publicly announced animal rights as a legitimate issue, legal issue with contemporary philosophy was Peter Singer's Animal Liberation text in 1975. Okay, so when he argues for the similar to human significant interest, he is talking about this document. Okay, and he is giving this moral theory. So it makes 3, 4, and 2 connected. Now, if you make these three statements connected, you see in fifth one, as such, we ought to view their interest alongside, equal to human interest. Same things, similar to humans and certain interest. But it is also giving you a proper result, which results in what? Humans having direct moral duties towards animals, which results in humans having direct moral duties towards animals. So you can have 2, 3, 4, 5 connected together. And in case of 1, you see, we are talking about animal interest, but what we are talking basically is about their basic needs and avoiding suffering. So it is opening a new article of thinking about animals here. So odd one out will be option number 1. Next question.